I am very excited to show you guys this $10 million home today in Tampa. It's a waterfront home. It's gorgeous, it's freshly remodeled, and we have a special guest today, which is Calvin, the builder of this home with Crescent Homes. My name is Bailey Bugan. I sell real estate here in St. Pete in Tampa, and I'm just excited to show you guys around this house. Calvin is an amazing custom home builder. He used to do stuff in Maui, now he's here in Tampa, so we just have some exciting stuff for you guys today. I'm very excited to take you through and show you what you can get for $10 million in Tampa and one of the best neighborhoods around. Let's go inside. All right, everybody, welcome inside. This is Calvin, the man who built the home. All right, so we're inside the home. We're just getting here now. I'm excited to show you guys around. I'm sure Calvin's excited to talk to you about all the different finishes in here. I think one of the first things we noticed was this very tall tile wall. That's what you want to call it?
Yeah, it's a concrete tile that we had made out of California. It's pretty cool. They hand make it. It's a throwback to mid-century modern that we wanted to kind of keep with the bones of the house. Obviously, with the high ceilings, we wanted to have some division between when you walk in and not just walking straight into the kitchen. So we thought this was kind of a cool thing to kind of keep this style alive.
Yeah, I think like in a lot of houses, like 10 or 12 feet is considered high ceilings. Or we're a little bit taller than that here, I think.
Yeah, we're just over 15 feet in here. And the whole house has got, we kept a lot of windows up top here. Just really nice natural light. This whole house right now is on one level, so it's just one of these things where a lot of times you'll see houses where they'll have like 11 feet or 12 feet on their main floor because they've got to accommodate a second story.
Got it. So like open living concept, right? You have the kitchen flowing into living, like it's open. Correct. Was there walls? There was
things in the middle here. There's this big weird pole that was like something out of Miami Vice.
Took that out.
Yeah, there was, there was no big open door. It was kind of little doors.
Oh, it's this slider here.
We opened this hole up. Okay. And this is about as close to doing a new build as you're gonna get. Got it. It's not, I wouldn't call this a renovation because we added another 1,000 square feet. Yep. We basically kept some block walls to the foundation, and even that we refloated because it was just not up to snuff.
Got it. So one of the things he mentioned earlier before we were on camera is the little unique story with this here. He mentioned that his wife got to beat this up, and you can explain what that means. Yeah,
she really wanted this solid piece of wood, so we literally picked a piece of wood, had it laminated together, then she wanted to distress it, so they got to beat it with chains and hammers and to distress it, and we made this and our floating shelves over here out of it, and it was kind of a fun little piece that she had to have. She wanted us all sitting right here for breakfasts and things like that, which we actually use it more than the dining room table.
I have an interesting question for you. It's like, how much different is contemporary today than 20 years ago?
Well, it's significantly different, but I will tell you that if contemporary is done right, it tends to stay in style. Okay. What you see a lot of guys do is attempt to do contemporary. Yeah. They don't spend the money necessary to get it done right, and it looks dated in 3 years. So you'll see ones that go, geez, that's out of style and it's only 5 years old. Well, they probably didn't pick the materials that were gonna stand the test of time, natural stones, things like that. Yep. This house was made to be current, right? So although it had the bones of a 20-year-old house, we reconfigured it and restyled it to basically meet today's standards. But we also loved that it had this kind of mid-century vibe to it. So we wanted to bring some splashes, hence the concrete block and some of the gold tile, which the designer, Mandy Vallow, she did a great job just kind of picking things that normally we wouldn't have even considered, honestly.
Such as?
Like the gold tile. Like that would not be something I typically would do, but
you trust your designer?
Yeah, and we kind of went with it. And then, my wife really wanted to have kind of this granite, this
I
black.
Like this.
This is kind of a cool look.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, we've done a lot of Wolf and Sub-Zero appliances in our previous homes, but you couldn't get them. And really started looking heavily into the Gagano lines and felt like it was just actually a step better in quality in a lot of ways.
Yep.
So we tried that, but we still love Wolf and Sub-Zero as well. So it just depends. Each thing has different. We like the ranges better in Wolf, but the fridge is kind of cool.
I mean, the red knobs in the Wolf are nice.
Yeah, they're cool. I mean, cool. Wolf. I mean,
it's like what are those heels called? The red ones that girls wear?
Oh yeah, the
whatever, stilettos.
Yeah, stilettos or whatever.
Products.
You would know.
Yeah. Whatever, bro. What is your favorite part about the house? Like a favorite, like I'd say a favorite area of the house. Is it the boat dock? Is it the pool? Is it the master bedroom?
I love the fact that the house is compartmentalized. The kids have their own wing. We have an entertainment center in the house.
Yep.
And then there's the adult wing where I've got my office.
The layout.
The layout of the house is really fun.
Okay.
It's really functional. This house is about 4,200 square feet. Okay. All on one level.
Yep.
We are going to add another bonus room just because we want to have another 1,000 square feet or so. Because our kids are 9 and 10, so to accommodate them and all their friends, we want to have a little more space for them to hang out. But other than that, we love the fact that everything's on one level. We just don't like stairs. And we're seeing a lot of our clients, the house that we're building in Terra Verde, similar story. 18-foot ceilings, really cool design, very contemporary, very something that you would see coming from like a Miami or a Fort Lauderdale builder. And that's the style that I'm getting a lot of attention from clients or requests. And so that's kind of my thing. I like the same things as most of my clients. The master bedroom, all the bedrooms have really high ceilings.
Want to go to the master and show it?
Sure.
Let's do that.
Okay, so the master, obviously same high ceilings, real big open plan. We just wanted to have it kind of flow from the great room all the way down the hallway, keep this high ceiling feel.
I've already walked it, and the bathroom's almost as big as the
bathroom's big.
All right, so we're in the bathroom, which is a great place to shoot a video. He's the builder, not me. And just one thing to mention, these ceilings are so tall and this bathroom is so large that I was making a joke earlier, to get those to steam would be like a mission of its own, probably 6 hours. But you can talk about some of the work you did in here to make it look the way it does.
Yeah, we wanted to have this open concept. Everything is just open and light, a lot of natural light up top, keep the ceilings high. You'll see that we're not a big fan of glass. So we actually had glass here, but didn't like the way it chopped it up. But the shower's so big, the water never gets past about here.
Yeah, I just realized you don't even have a shower curb, but I see you did like a down slope. Is that what you did here?
Yeah. We like curbless showers pretty much throughout. We're gonna do linear drains typically. These are Dornbrock plumbing fixtures, which is kind of an interesting thing. Most plumbers don't even know how to put them in, which is it was pretty entertaining. They come with white gloves. Really? But they're a great fixture. Overall, the tile that we got is just a nice natural limestone. It's just a really cool tile that we've really done throughout all the bathrooms, and we just like the feel of it. A lot of guys today are doing.
Just sorry to cut you off. Like, do you remember how much this was a square foot?
Gosh, this product was probably about $15 a square foot.
Then like a regular 12 by 24 porcelain tile is what?
Oh, that's going to be like $3.50 to $4 a foot.
So that's like a great example, guys, of a builder who doesn't just build to look good, but a builder who looks to look good with quality, with high-end finishes and a high-end home.
Well, this stone will never go out of style. It's a natural stone. It's it's just going to have a certain look. And this is a 12 by 6, which is kind of an interesting. This was another thing that the designer really talked us into doing, and I thought it was really worth a try, and it actually works really well. It's a different thing. It still gives us a large format feel, but it really isn't a large format tile, which is nice. But we're able to carry this throughout all the bathrooms. I don't like to have 15 different tiles in a house typically, because you walk in and it's just like nobody ever decided on a design direction, and we want to have some continuity. But to each his own. I mean, I've got clients that want different wall colors on every other wall, then we'll do whatever they want. we'll do it as long as the one thing we won't budge on is cutting corners for quality. That's just something that, you know, from it's just a non-negotiable for us. You know, our reputation is too important. We want the house to be here and look good 10 years from now. I don't want it to fall apart because they cut corners at the end.
Sure. Yeah. You know? I like the bathroom, but what do you say we go look at the pool next?
That's great.
So we've made it out to the pool area, and why the cameraman was getting great shots, we were kind of talking about some different things. But it's one of the things to definitely mention is travertine tile, right? Is how this called? Or
yes. Yeah, this is a travertine.
So I've been to some pools barefoot where my feet burn, and other ones where it doesn't. Does that have to do with the tile choice, or?
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, you want to stay away from the darker tiles. You want something that's reflect, especially in Florida where it's hot.
Yep.
You know, a natural stone a lot of times is going to displace the heat better. You know, the thicker tile will do the same thing.
Yeah.
One of the things that we're a big candidate for is mud setting everything.
Okay.
So, for example, our lanais, what I found in Florida is everybody loves to sand set things. Problem with sand setting is you power wash, you're blowing sand out, the tiles over time become unlevel, you're running around barefoot, you stub your toes, whatever. So when you mud set things, it stays flat, stays perfect.
How much more is it to mud set? Like twice as much as sand set?
No, it's about 1.5 times.
Okay.
It's not that. It's worth spending the money to do it.
And then like this outdoor living area, when you originally bought it before the remodel, like did you have to open this up, or was it already open like this?
Well, this was already open, but it didn't have any of the tongue and groove, you know, the wood treatments and things, and obviously the outdoor kitchen was non-existent.
Okay.
There was over there was this weird little koi pond thing that was left.
Fish in it?
Yeah, it was. Well, the birds come and eat the fish. I mean, it's not the best idea. When you got pelicans, they just kind of have a smorgasbord. You know, koi. Yeah, koi ponds with pelicans in your backyard.
Yeah.
Probably not a
good
good
was
idea.
the pool already here as well?
The pool, well, it was this was all in disarray. Everything was really redone. Yeah, so we had to redo the pool. Yep. It had some goofy. It didn't have any kind of waterfall edge to it. We wanted to keep it flush and have it simple. We love to be able to sit in the jacuzzi and flip over. We were actually out in this thing last night, believe it or not. It was like 45 degrees and we were out here.
It gets cold in Florida sometimes.
It does. But yeah, we love the flow, the way that everything kind of, it's a real indoor-outdoor house.
Yeah.
Open up the doors. Kids are playing here. It's great. We've got lots of yard out here.
What made you go turf instead of grass?
Several reasons. One, we kill grass. We just don't do well with grass.
Yeah.
The other thing is you know, everybody's talking about water usage and things, and I don't know why the city and the counties don't really push for turf.
Fair. Does it get really hot or no?
Well, there's a gel that they can integrate into the base. Okay. That when you water it, it actually can be 10 degrees cooler than normal.
Okay.
Sod would be, but the big thing we did here is we ran irrigation, so that we can cool it down if it does get too hot. But we haven't had any real problems. The kids play on it all the time. Yeah. But the thing is we just weren't a proponent of putting, you know, having real sod out here where you've got to use fertilizers, and we're on the water. Yeah. We don't want to kill the marine life. Yeah. It's just a lot better product. We're not out here mowing it all the time. Yeah. We don't like bugs. Yeah. You know, it keeps the bugs down. Yep. We've got a integrated pest control system into our water. So it's pretty cool. It's called Mosquito Magician. If anybody wants to go out there.
There's a rabbit.
Yeah, and this is the pet. This is our free-range rabbit. He's not too thrilled about the sod. he kind of liked the sod that he wants to chew on the grass. Yeah, he totally. This is his spot. We have to bring him inside in the summer because it's too hot. But winter, he loves it out here.
Boat dock?
Boat dock, yeah. We can go down and check it out.
So we've made it down to the boat dock, and one thing he mentioned walking up that I wanted to just have him explain again was the seawall. You said that your yard was actually smaller at first and you brought it out.
Yeah, quite a bit smaller. We were able to reclaim up to the mangroves. We were allowed to go out. And so we were able to reclaim some of the eroded yard that had gone away because we remodeled the seawall because the seawall was failing. And so we were able to put a new seawall in. We got a really good penetration on the panels. The panels are driven over 8 feet down into the ground. And yeah, it's been great because it's
so like did you have to get a permit to bring that seawall out?
Yes.
What was that process?
Well, the environmental, the water permitting is a whole separate permitting.
Like an impact study?
Yeah, you have to basically show, you have to have an environmental, a civil engineer basically come out and say that you're not going to impact or change the grades or impact it negatively. And then that's a whole separate permitting process when you're on the water. But we kind of ran those things simultaneously, and we're fortunate that the permits came out similar timing that when we were under construction. So the house started and then we came in and were able to start the seawall later on. But it was definitely worth it. I mean, now we have a lot more protection. We're able to gain back quite a bit of ground up to the mangroves. And honestly, it's, I think it helps protect the mangroves from erosion. There's a lot of things that it does. And then this dock is great because we had enough frontage down here. The dock was in place, so we were able to just to kind of, clean it up and renovate it. New decking, new everything. We had the boathouse.
Are you running gas lines out here to this?
Yes, we do. Yeah, no, this is natural gas.
Okay.
Which is great. So this time of year, it's perfect.
What gets out more, the Sea-Doo or the boat?
The boat. The boat gets out probably more than the Sea-Doo. The Sea-Doo, I love going out on the Sea-Doo, but I think the wife and the kids want to go inner tubing all the time in the boat. So,
fair enough.
Yeah. So the boat gets more use.
Not scared of sharks at all?
No. I mean, they grew up in Maui. And my kids grew up in Maui. They grew up swimming there was tiger sharks and turtles and.
I'm scared of sharks.
Yeah, they're
in case
not.
anybody's wondering. One thing he mentioned earlier was the fact that he made the 2 rooms identical, like size and layout, or what was
Size and layout are exactly the same. Obviously, this is the boys' room. One we'll go see next is the little girl's room. But we had to make them identical because we didn't want them fighting over who get what room. So it was an easy sell here because Dominic's friends live next door. So he can see if they're out in the yard playing.
There we go.
So I sold him on the front because he can be there. My daughter wanted to be closest to the bunny. So there you go. So it was an easy compromise.
And like they get to pick the wallpaper, or did your designer do that?
Designer picked the wallpaper with my wife. She picked a lot of this stuff too with them. Yeah, we definitely, the wallpaper in here was less involved than my daughter's, which was very specific.
Yeah, we'll go check that out. So this room is decked out. This is definitely for your daughter.
She was very adamant on this. She didn't want a fan. She wanted her chandelier.
There you go.
She was very adamant on the wallpaper. So that was her thing.
Who makes the bed?
The kids.
Kids?
Absolutely. They got to make it when they get up in the morning.
There you go.
Yeah, there's no free range. This house actually, this is the way it left. I mean, we dropped the kids off and then you guys came. So we literally live this way.
Clean.
We can't stand clutter. And the kids are pretty well, I mean, they're kids. I mean, I still have to repaint the whole interior of the house.
Still have to do some parenting?
Pretty much. Yeah, we're gonna have to repaint the house. I mean, because the mistake that we made is we did with a full flat, and which was probably a bad mistake with 9 and 10-year-olds. Yeah, fingerprints just are not coming off. So that was a mistake on we should know better. But a matte finish is a little easier to clean.
It's good thing you know parents do a shiny finish. No, you should do shiny or shouldn't?
No, not shiny, just a matte finish. Shiny is terrible, but especially all of our homes typically we're doing like a level 5 finish on the walls, which is flat, right? So it's got to be right, and the paint's got to be right, or it's going to show every imperfection.
Okay, good to know. So there's the 4th bedroom as well, right?
Correct.
Which is?
Just a guest room near the office. And then, like I said, we're probably going to add another bonus room and on this thing next summer when we're going to be out of town.
Let's go over there and show the office, the extra room.
Great.
The mud room. So we made it to the mud room. This is what this room is called. So the office here, the 4th bedroom there, and then you were talking about some sort of addition you're going to do here.
We left the mud room intentionally a little big because what we'll do is we'll bring this out here to about here.
There should be a stairway?
Yeah, there'll be a stairway with a landing and go up. We'll add another 1,000 square feet or so to the upstairs. we weren't sure that we wanted it at the time, and now with the neighborhood living in our house with all our kids, we're deciding that we want to have some place for them, especially in the summer months where it gets too hot, and at times where they want to be able to be active, because we don't want them on the games.
Fair, get them outside.
Yeah.
So like if let's say that I lived here, and then today I decided, you know what, I actually would like the extra 1,000 square feet. What's the timeline and the process for me as a homeowner to be like, okay, now I want this done? What's the first step?
Well, the first step is we bring the architect.
Okay.
We have the plans drawn. We're in that process right now. That'll take probably, well, given the holidays, it'll be a little longer. Normally it'd be about 30, 45 days we could get those drawn up. And then depending on what you're doing, you know, and if you're using a private provider, and there's different ways to permit, you know, especially in Tampa or in Florida in general. The permit process on this will probably be another 60 days after we get the plans. And then, you know, in addition like this, you know, if everybody's out of our way and you can just do your thing, it's probably about a 4-month process, four month build. So, you know, start to finish, 6 months you're doing an addition. Yeah, it's not bad.
Awesome.
And it'll make a big difference in the house, and it'll give us another 1,000 square feet.
Yeah, whole another area to be able to hang out.
Yeah, and we'll put another bedroom up there with a kitchenette. Yeah. So we'll have a place for the mother-in-law to come stay, or whoever, you know, any guests or what have you. Or what's nice is the kids get older, and you know, a lot of families, we're seeing that a lot of families at our age have had their kids earlier, and so their kids are going off to college. They don't really want to have a big, huge house on 2 stories, but they do want to have a bonus room where
they can feel like they have their own space.
Their older kids can come, you know, come home from college, have their own space, and you know, or if they have young families.
Florida, of all places, is like a lot of people have second homes here, vacation homes, and so even more so, kind of that people traveling in, coming to stay with you. Right. You know, it's winter somewhere else and snowing, and so Florida's warm, they want to be here, kind of thing.
Well, and you're seeing a lot of people actually move to having auxiliary dwelling units too on their properties, and I think you know, in Maui they've really pushed for that because of having such a housing issue, especially with the Lahaina fires that we've suffered there, and so you know, we have a pretty big operation there, and the main focus is to kind of reposition homes for people where they can add an ohana and get that extra income. And I think here too, you know, as housing costs go up, I mean, that's a real thing. In having, and you're seeing a lot of families that are bringing a parent home, and so having an additional dwelling unit on your property, or having a true separate living quarters, is really an important thing to think of, especially if you have aging parents, or you have aging kids that want to come and stay. So there's a lot of reasons for it.
Makes sense. I hope you guys got a ton of value from this house tour today, and meeting Calvin and just learning more about real estate and the build process. Just a quick thing to mention for you guys, I help people relocate from all over the US here to Tampa and St. Petersburg, and so if you guys have any questions about the area, or even want to get connected to Calvin, his number's in the description below. My name is Bailey Bugan. Consider me your local real estate expert here. My number is also in the description. And we'd just love to help to continue to build a relationship with you guys, whether that's you watching more videos, whether that's you subscribing, whether that's you calling me or sending me an email. I'm just here to help. So hope you guys have a good rest of your day.